All right, today we're going to talk about nested loops, and we're going to use an example called a box cipher. I think I've got it outside the script, so I don't know if it shows that. Let's scoot this down here. Okay, so we're going to talk about this box cipher. All right. Now, here's the deal. Let's say we have plain text, P-L, or just PTXT is the way I do it. And we're going to have something provocative here called meet, space, me, space, at, space, peer, 99. Okay, it turns out that's 18 characters. I've already measured it. And we're going to say the key is equal to 3. Now the idea, of course, we're going to put this in a box. I think that was mentioned in the PDF about how this cipher goes. And then we need to know, this is actually, the key is always the columns. And then we'll look at the rows for the box, which will be 18 over 3, which is 6. And if it turns out that you have a message that's longer or shorter, you just make it bigger and fill in with blanks. So we'll worry about that later. Okay, so let's do this. So what we do is we do M, E, E, T, space, M, E, space, at, A-T, space, P, I, E, R, space, 99. Okay, so if we look at that, now what we want to do then is to transform that into, and this now has 3 columns and 6 rows. We're going to flip it on its side, and then we'll have 3 rows, and the first one will be M, T, E, T, I, space. The second one will be E, space, 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 E, 9. And the last one will be E, M, A, P, R, 9. Okay, and we'll just stick these together, and these 18 characters will be the ciphertext. So now if you look at this, let's now put some numbers around it, and we'll call this column 0, 1, and 2, and we'll use letter I for this in the computer program. And here we'll go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this will be J. Okay? So now this one, if we look at it in terms of I and J, or numbers, let's stick some numbers on here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and this will be 17, okay? Well, this one is 0. The next one is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And this one will be the same as this, just add 1. 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16. And this one will be 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, and 17. That takes care of all of them. And this is, of course, for I equals 0, and this will be for I equals 1, and this is for I equals 2. Now, if you want to get these numbers from J, all you have to do is multiply by 3. So this is 3 times J. Actually, we can just add I, and if we add I, we add it's 0 the first time. This time it's add the 1. So you can see how this works. So this is basically how you do the computer program. So let's design it, and we'll call this ciphertext, C-T-E-X-T, and we're going to set this up to equal a blank list. And then we're going to do for I in range 3. We want to do the columns, and this is key. Don't forget your colon. And then we do another loop right inside it for J in range, number of rows, so we'll just call it rows. And then here we set another variable, K, and we'll make that equal to this character. Only instead of 3, just use key, star, J, plus I. And then we just simply say C text equals C text plus P text, and the one from K, this variable here. And that will do it. Now you'll use this kind of thing a lot to either transpose a matrix. That's technically what mathematically we're doing, but it's also a very nice way of picking out variables and letters from lists. And remember, a text is just a list of characters. A string, I'm sorry, is a list of characters. So this should do it. And now one of the things that I think you might want to think about is when you build your program, if I, instead of giving you plain text, I gave you ciphertext, how would you decode it? So think about that, build your program. Have at it.